वाङ् मे मनसि प्रतिष्ठिता मनो मे वाचि प्रतिष्ठितम् आविराविर्म एधि वेदस्य महाणीस्थ श्रुतं मे मा प्रहासि अनेनाधीतेनाहोरात्रान् सन्दधामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्माम् अवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारमवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. Let's pray together. Let us pray together, yes. So please join in the prayers. We offer our salutations to the all-loving being who endows all beings with consciousness. We meditate on the Lord, who is the origin of the universe. Lord, thou abidest in all, thou art all, thou assumest all forms. Thou art the origin and goal of all. Thou art the self of all. Thou art existence, knowledge, and bliss. Salutations unto thee. May the world be peaceful. May the wicked become gentle. May all creatures think of mutual welfare. May their minds be occupied with what is spiritual and abiding. May our hearts be immersed in selfless love for the Lord. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Let us feel the deepest core of our being. Beyond all that changes, the body, the mind, keeps on changing continuously. But beyond that, there is something that does not change. That is the core of our being. It is beyond space and time. Therefore it is one and the same everywhere, in all bodies, all minds. This one thing is identical. And this is the source of all bliss, all love, all knowledge and existence. In Vedanta, this is called God or Atman. All that we seek is found in experiencing the Atman. That is why that's the goal of all human beings. Let us feel it. Let us feel the all-pervasive unity of it. Om. Peace, peace, peace. Om. Atma me shuddhyantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasagam swaha. May my physical being be purified. I am the self-luminous, free from all impurities, free from all sins. Let me become that. Antaratma me shuddhyantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasagam swaha. May my psychic being be purified. I am the self-luminous, free from all impurities and sins. Om Paramatma me shuddhyantam jyotiraham viraja vipapma bhuyasagam swaha. May my spiritual being be purified, be free from all sins and impurities. It is full of effulgence intrinsically. Let me be that. Peace, peace, peace. The topic for our discussion today is discussed on various philosophical, social platforms, right from the history of mankind, beginning of the history of mankind. This idea is discussed, that of ethics, because human beings have that sense, which is very difficult to describe, but its existence can never be disputed, the sense of right and wrong. something that separates them, something I see as right. Not that I am always adhering to it, but at least I know this is right. I see something is wrong. And although I may not be able to refrain from it, still I know it is wrong. So, this sense in human beings, the sense of right and wrong, gives the idea of ethics, the actions that make me do that which is right, those things which help me to avoid that which is wrong, to bridge the gap between what is and what should be. There is a gap there that I know what should be, uh, and I know what it is. I see a gap between them. And that gap gets filled by what is called morality or ethics. So it is, ethics therefore is something that everyone wants to adhere to. People may not be religious. Many times those who consider themselves intellectuals, they prefer to say that I am not religious. But there is hardly anybody who would say that I am not ethical. That will be kind of incriminating oneself. So everybody agrees to ethics. Ethics is something that we want in society. Our ideas of ethics may differ, but there is some principle that we like to adhere to. And the principle is exactly very difficult to phrase in proper words, and there are differences between people, between different philosophers, that what should be the norms of ethics. And again, we see in society the ideas or the basis of ethics gets confused with the customs, manners, etiquettes. So we follow certain etiquettes, certain manners, and consider them to be that necessary for being ethical. But those norms, they keep on changing from place to place, from time to time, like something that is considered a must in American or Western society in general, may not be so in the Eastern social conditions. For here, if somebody just say, opens the door for me, I have to thank that person. Thank you. If I don't do it, then it would be considered not right manners, not ethical. One has to express the gratitude. In India, it would sound foolish, that to keep on saying every now and then, thank you, thank you, thank you. I remember one young lady from Brown University, a wonderful student. She was learning Hindi and then wanted to go to India. And she had learned quite a few words and then wanted to do some philanthropic altruistic work in India. And so she was naturally translating everything as one does it in English. So anything that I would do, she would say, Shukriya. I said, that sounds very good in American social conditions. But it would look ridiculous in India if every now and then you start saying Shukriya, Dhanyavad, then that is because that is not considered right. So it is that. But if you do it in India, that is ridiculous. If you don't do it here, that is considered wrong. So some of these particulars, they change from place to place, society to society, time to time. Certain things were considered quite okay, say 100 years ago. But now it is considered wrong. For example, the use of the word Negro. It was considered perfectly all right 100 years ago without having any derogatory meaning to it. It is just a specification of a color. That is what it is meant in language. But then now you cannot utter that word. It is considered politically bad, socially wrong, mannerless use. So therefore you cannot use that word now. So what I mean to say, what was considered very right and normal in one situation and at one time, now it is not considered like that. And in future it would change again, because these are the things dependent on the time and place. So the thinking people always ask this question: is there a rational foundation for ethics? We, being rational, human beings are rational beings, so want answers for all. So they ask this question: are there any proper reasons or proper basis for our ethical behavior? We want ethics, but why? What is the reason behind it? I agree that to help somebody is ethical. To hurt somebody is unethical. But why should it be so? There is the philosophy of the good of many. And then some have argued, philosophers like John Stuart Mill, that whatever serves the good welfare of many should be considered as ethically right. But that is not a reason as such. Suppose if you consider the aim of life is to be happy, and if I become happy even by making others unhappy, then why should I not do that? It is, therefore, this cannot be a reason as such. Why should I not hurt others? Okay, it is, you say that it should not be done, it is bad, but that is not a reason as such. That, no, such and such book says like that. That is again not a rational. I can give the example of some other books also. I can quote some other books that it is, for example, a noted biologist says that the selfishness is in our genes. A very nice book is there, Selfish Gene. So it shows that selfishness is a common thing in all, because it is in our genes. So what it means is that if I want to be unselfish and thereby ethically strong person, then I have to act against my genes. Is it possible, or even is it advisable? because genes make me selfish. If there is only one loaf of bread, and then there are two people wanting it, both are hungry, then uh, one grabs it, that fellow gets it, the other falls behind in the race, so doesn't get it. So the morality and ethics will say no, give it to other person. But then what about my own interests? There is a nice story I had heard in childhood. There were two brothers, children, both were children, and then the older brother took it upon himself to teach the younger one. The older one was about, say, 8, 9 years old. The younger was about 5, 6 years old. So there was a cake. The older brother made it into two pieces deliberately, making one piece big, other small, and told the younger brother to pick the one that you want, pick one. And naturally, the little one immediately, without wasting a second, picked the big one. And the older brother saw that this is an occasion for me to teach some lesson to this younger one. He said, "Oh, I would have taken the smaller one had I been you." And the younger one smiled and said, "So you got what you wanted." So it is so simple, you see, that the genes take over. I want. Later on, you try to suppress those things because that kind of behavior is not socially acceptable, not acceptable to the ethical ideas prevalent. But what is the basis for all this ethical behavior? So, many philosophers have dealt about it, that why one should be ethical and what are the characteristics of ethics in society to maintain the social structure for the benefit of all. We have to establish some rules of ethics. But it is impossible to have these ethical rules which will be agreed upon universally. Many attempts have been made, even in the comparatively modern times, like Kant, that he tried to have a universal practical ethical system. But that in writing the pure his thesis on the pure reason, it was wonderful. It was just pure, no practical implications were discussed. But the next volume was the practical reason. And there he faced innumerable problems because people contested that how this, you say that this is how it should be done. No, I don't agree with it. Nowadays also we see that this is what is the right thing to do. That is what I say. Oh, but there are 8.3 like you, 8.3 billions like you. Do they agree? No, your neighbor may not agree with it. So therefore, it is, the question is, we decide things in human society not by my opinion and your opinion. Is there some reason behind it, some logic behind it? And then if there is the logic behind something, then that is worth accepting. Why should I accept your opinion? Is there a reason for your opinion? No, it is just my opinion. then it becomes like this, that famous statement by the American president, very well-known American president, I am forgetting the name. It is, he said humorously that the White House was to be painted. So he was asked, "What color do you want?" Uh, well, whatever color you want to paint, I am fine with it as long as it is yellow. So that means already he said, I don't care, has no meaning there. As long as it is yellow, I don't care. So I want that color. So what I said, details may be wrong, and the whole thing might have been just anecdotal, but that is how our personal opinions we stress with such force that this is right. But when it is asked, on what basis? What is the reason? Give me the rationale of it. Then we become a bit jittery. I cannot give the proper reason behind it. So I may quote some personage, but again that is not reason. Instead of your opinion, you add one more person. It is that person's opinion. That is again not reason. So, question is, what is the reason? Plato had tried to bring some sense as to what are they, at least something that everybody considers the good things. So he says, like, one thing is courage. Yes, courage, nobody says courage is a bad thing. Self-control. Yeah, we must have self-control. Justice and wisdom. He gave these 4 ideas. And then the Neoplatonist, or I consider him to be one of the greatest philosophers, that is Plotinus. Now, Plotinus took it much farther. Plato said that, well, ethics means following the absolute good, that is God. God is short of good. The good, so if you think of the good, that is the highest good, the best you can think of, that is God. So, so you try to become God-like. That is how Plato puts it, that becoming God-like, that is the way to become moral and ethical. Become God-like. And here the God is not some celestial being that sits in some heaven far away and controls the world. It is the goodness concretized, goodness of the highest level, supreme goodness, that is God. So, to become God-like, that is the ethics. And there, Plato assumed that we cannot become fully God-like. We can advance in that direction a little bit, but nobody can fully become God-like, whereas Plotinus feels that that distinction really is can be erased. There is no limitation as to how good or how God-like a person can become, and therefore it is you can actually become God. There won't be any distinction between a person and God, and so therefore that person has become God. So that is how Plotinus presents the idea that ethics means one has to have this goal. What is the best behavior is that which makes me like God, and gradually if I practice it, I become like God, almost God or God. There is no difference between then God and this person. So this is how Plotinus presents his idea of ethics, that this is what a person should do, that become good, God, God-like. And he also presents the similar things as Plato had presented, that one must have courage. So supreme courage, supreme self-control, supreme justice and supreme wisdom. When these virtues are taken to the maximum, then it is like God. So you become God. So it is, there had been the research on this in Indian scriptures and holy books, and they, like, there is a very well-known book of the relative ethical ideas by Bhartrihari. It is Niti Shataka, 100 verses on ethics. Niti Shatak, a very famous book and nice to read. One of them in that says that, and he acknowledges that they are difficult to practice. It is like following the path on the razor's edge. Now, as to what is good and what is not good. So he says how the good people should behave, and one can relate to these things. Do charity in private. Don't brag about it. And doing charity in private. Eager reception to one who has come home. Some stranger has come to visit you, an eager reception to that. Silence after a good turn. Do not, again, same thing, don't brag about how good you have done. Do not show. Yes, we hear it. Yeah, I don't want to brag. I never brag, But let me tell you in plain words, and then all that comes up. So it is then the not announcing the acts of kindness in public, modesty in wealth, and speaking of others without disrespect. So this is how, very well presented, how a good ethical behavior will be. And it is true that I have seen so many people who follow these things without really knowing or reading this book of Niti Shataka, the 100 verses on ethics. But uh, because they are following these things, uh, everybody feels so much respect for such a person, that yes, that person speaks good, that never brags about anything done good, and never looks down upon anybody. Whenever there is an occasion, try to good turn to somebody, anybody who needs whatever, without making it public. There is that very beautiful Hindi couplet attributed to Rahim, that Rahim used to give lot of donations in charity. People used to line up and he used to give. But his head used to be always down. So somebody asked Rahim, you are giving all these things to people, and why your head goes down? He said, he mentions that somebody else is giving. देनहार को और है, देवत सो दिन रात. Somebody else is giving day and night. लोग हम पर भ्रम करे, that people think I am giving. Therefore, in shame, my head goes down. Actually, I am not the giver. So, it is this idea that I am not really doing anything special. This is somebody else's thing, and I am the just distributor. So these are the ethical ideas that are presented in these books. Uh, in Bhagavad Gita also you read some very beautiful ideas about this ethical behavior. And they are like the signs of devotee. At the end of the 12th chapter, the 12th chapter is titled as Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion. And then it gives so many these virtues that a devotee automatically expresses in life. And then it says, Bhakta sa me priyaha, such a devotee is dear to me. We chant that in English translation of it, that man God loves. That is these are very beautiful. The one who has full self-control, is not bragging about oneself, is always busy doing the acts of total unselfishness, never falters in the meditations and prayers that are to be done. So these are the signs that make such a person, such a devotee dear to me. So also similar signs are shown in the end of second chapter, called the signs of one established in wisdom. It is not mentioned as a devotee there, but the person of immense self-control does not get too elated when there is success, does not get depressed even in terrible failures. So, many such qualities have been described there. So, does not seek anything, and yet is happy. There are no desires in such a person, and yet there is no lack of total happiness in oneself. So that person is shown to be the most ethical and wise person. The wise person knows the difference between what is right and what is not right. And therefore, such a person of steady wisdom, sthita prajna, is the beautiful Sanskrit word. Sthita prajna means the one whose wisdom does not waver. We are wise at some time, not wise, and we are wise other time, we are otherwise. So it is that when our desires come up, then our wisdom is pushed aside, and those desires take over. So, but this person is such that in the event of success or failure, there is no anger in that person, there is no hatred towards anybody, there is always that equanimity there. So, because the wisdom is steady, it doesn't waver. So that gives a beautiful that idea of an ethical person. But again that question, is this the reason enough for becoming ethical? What do I get by becoming ethical? Because we all seek that what is there for me in it. Why should I become ethical? Okay, I agree that people in society must become ethical. Yes, as long as it benefits me. What is there for me? So, this question is answered in Vedanta, that by this idea, and there I am now quoting Swami Vivekananda's passage. He has given exactly similar ideas uh, in many of his lectures, but the one I am going to quote is his address at Kumbakonam in Tamil Nadu, where he is talking about the mission of Vedanta. What Vedanta furnishes, what does Vedanta give to the world? So there he brings up this point of ethics, that while many struggle to find the reason, as it is called raison d'etre, that where is it for the ethical system? So and I am quoting now, the rational West is earnestly bent upon seeking out the rationality, the raison d'etre of all its philosophy, ethics, and you shall know well that ethics cannot be derived from the mere sanction of any personage, however great and divine that person may have been. Such an explanation of the authority of ethics appeals no more to the highest of the world's thinkers. They want something more than human sanction for ethical and moral codes to be binding. They want some eternal principle of truth as the sanction of ethics. And where is that eternal sanction to be found except in the only infinite reality that exists in you and in me and in all, in the self, in the soul? The infinite oneness of the soul is the eternal sanction of all morality, that you and I are not only brothers, sisters. Every literature voicing man's struggle towards the infinite oneness of the soul is the eternal sanction of all morality. That you and I are not only brothers. Every literature voicing man's struggle towards freedom has preached that for you, but that you and I are really one. We are really one. A very bold statement and very true statement. It is really one. An analogy that I give many times, that like the animal crackers, you know animal crackers. One is, like a camel, another an elephant, another a mouse, another a fish. They are all different as shapes. Are they really different? They are one and the same. They are in substance one. I and you. This Yogatmananda here and Punita sitting there. Where do we differ? Only in shape. Just transcend the shape. Just as a grown-up person transcends the shapes in animal crackers. They are all, you buy them by weight, It doesn't matter whether it is a camel or an elephant or whatever. It is for babies. So we spiritual as younger than the babies, younger than that Maya Devi sitting there. It is they scramble. This is mine, this is yours. It is that, but when she goes to say kindergarten, and she knows that all of them taste the same. Whether you eat an elephant or you eat a lion, both are same. You can eat both of them. Taste remains the same, and even by eating that elephant and lion, you still are vegetarian. So, fun of it, isn't it? Similarly, you see, just transcend the shape. This is very simple, transcending the shape. That just as, we remove the shirt or a jacket, and then our appearance becomes a little different. So, our body is no different from a clothing, like a shirt. Just unbutton the body and keep it. Don't think that it is very difficult. Actually, we do it every day, only unconsciously. That when you sleep, you have to take this body out. Otherwise, keeping this heavy thing, you will not be able to sleep at all. When you sleep, you transcend the physical existence. Now, if we have to see this and thus learn to do it consciously, that okay, body and I are different. And when you do that, you see in all different shapes, you are the same. The substance is the same. You must become ethical, you must do good to others because it is you. Just as if your right hand is scratched, the left hand applies the ointment. Does it not? Yeah. How does the left hand think like, oh, I am doing great favor to this right hand. The right hand must remember it. I should acknowledge and say thanks, dear left hand. No such idea because it is oneness. So this oneness of the whole universe, we are one in spirit, one in soul. In so many churches and synagogues also, and in our Vedanta societies also, you hear sometimes this beautiful song is sung. We are one in the spirit. We are one. And that is why we like oneness. That it is, oneness brings pleasure to us. Our happiness depends on this getting oneness. Like our Prithvish here, and he likes ice cream. He here and the ice cream here. No happiness. When does that happiness comes to him? When he and ice cream become one. The difference vanishes because it is this oneness that we want. That is the source of all ethics. That yes, it is, you feel that all it, in and through all different bodies, it is you who are breathing. You who are working through all bodies. It is mentioned in that great Purusha Suktam, one of the major hymns that is recited in all worships. It is in Rig Veda as well as in Krishna Yajurveda. Great hymn, Purusha Sukta, that Sahasrashirsha Purusha Sahasrakshas Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishvato Vritva Atyatishtad Dashangulam. That one being, Purusha. Purusha sometimes gets understood as a male. Purusha as against woman, Stri. But it is here the meaning, the etymology of this word Purusha is that the one who is the indweller. The body is like a town. And the one who indwells is the indweller of this town, is called Purusha. So, that indweller, we see that since the bodies are different, this superimposition happens, this confusion takes place. Since the bodies are different, the being indwelling in that also is different. Not at all. We sometimes as little children in the school would be shown this difference, that outer difference do not mean the inner difference. Uh, hey, look, there it used to be the cows, and cows had different colors, but many of them were white. Oh, see this cow. What is the color of this cow? And we children would say, white. That buffalo there, black. What is the color of the milk of the cow? White. What should be the color of the milk of this black buffalo? Black. Hey, you are wrong. That outer appearance does not affect the inner substance. So, this one without second, this Purusha works through all heads. Sahasra Shirsha, infinite heads, all heads belong to this one being. Sahasrakshas, Sahasrapat, sees through all eyes, walks on all legs, works through all hands. The being is not different, because getting identified with the outer appearance, we feel I here is different from I there. Actually, it is one and the same. The I here and the I in the mosquito that might be biting me. In these two, the I is the same. The bodies are different, that's all. So, this is the basis. Swami Vivekananda says, why should I do good to others? Because I am the same in all. So I am actually doing good to myself. Should I not do good to myself? Nobody disputes that I must do good to myself. But I should do good to myself, whether it is I, this body, or that body. Doesn't matter. In all bodies, the I remain one and the same. That is the, friends, the basis of ethics. Let me complete this quote. This is the dictate of Indian philosophy. This oneness is the rationale of all ethics and all spirituality. Europe wants it today just as much as our downtrodden masses do. And this great principle is even now unconsciously forming the basis of all the latest political and social aspirations that are coming up in England, in Germany, in France, and America, everywhere. Actually, what is called socialism, the basis of that is also this oneness, but it is superimposed on the forms. That is not right. The oneness, where is that? All should have one this thing, but that oneness is not in form. You have to see the deeper oneness. So, therefore, that even all these movements to have the equality and justice in society, they are actually based on the spiritual oneness of everyone. So, let me continue with this quote, the last one sentence, that this is man's, this principal voice, the struggle towards freedom, towards universal freedom. Again and again you find in Indian Vedantic ideals coming out prominently. Freedom. If we are caught in the body, we are bound. There we may get political freedom, but are we free? As long as we are caught in this prison called body, we are not free, and we know it very well. So, therefore, Vedanta tells that following these principles of ethics and morality, you can see the same I in all different forms, different bodies, and thus you become free of limitations of the body. So, thank you, friends. This was the idea that was given in all the Vedantic scriptures, that oneness, that all the Atma is one. The Atman everywhere is one and the same. Not only that, that is the reality. The reality is that Atman. Other things are changeable. They are not really I. Just think of it. If you are, say, your height and weight, it changes. Did you have the same height and weight when you were, say, 2 months old? Ridiculous. So, the height, weight, appearance, they keep on changing. You cannot be that. So, when you see who are you cannot stop without or before seeing that you are all pervading. You had never any birth, never going to have any death. You are happiness itself. See, isn't it that we all want happiness? And where does it reside? We become slaves by thinking that the happiness is in that particular thing or in that particular person. No, it is in our true nature. And so we become happy when we really understand this truth and act accordingly. Our actions then will be truly ethical. And that principle of ethics will then get expressed through our actions, making us free and eternally blissful. So, thank you, friends. Just ponder over these thoughts, and if you have any question, please feel free to voice or type. Any question? There is no question here. That Rupak has a question, after all. See, don't you see, this is unethical act. We are making him walk from this corner to that corner. Okay.
Pranam Maharaj. So you mentioned modesty of wealth. So in, I think, Nitya Satakam, some text you mentioned, and there it is mentioned that modesty of wealth.
Yeah.
So how practical means, how can we implement that in our daily life?
Yeah, modesty of wealth means it is not meant here that your wealth should be modest. But if you have wealth, that should make you modest. That don't brag about it. I am rich, but what do you think? Oh, am I? No, that is very common. If you get some money, then that breeds arrogance. That Sri Ramakrishna's story, that there was a frog in a hole there, and an elephant was crossing over and crossed over that hole. And this frog angrily comes out. You nasty elephant, you have this arrogance of walking over my hole? Where did this frog got this idea, this strength? And then it was found that in that hole where the frog was, there was a quarter coin, a coin was there. That made that fellow getting puffed up. And that is how people with some dollars in the pocket or maybe bank or whatever, they become puffed up with ego. That is what is, an ethical value, modesty. When you have money, do not show it off. Do not think that it is that bigness, that, oh, I am such a moneyed man. No. Be humble, be modest about it. Exactly. Thank you.
One more question regarding that oneness. Somebody, when we see that all the people who got oneness, like Swami Vivekananda, all these people, but after doing getting that state, also they are behaving differently with different people.
They are
So then they are behaving with different people with different way.
exactly.
But then where is the basis of ethics there?
See, they will be, when looking at different forms and when they have to show, tell what form it is, they are different. But see, they are still always aware that their inner reality is the same. So this is the idea behind that. Although you see the differences, you do not uh, undermine the oneness that pervades all these apparent differences. So this is how their behavior was. As Sri Ramakrishna describes, that I see all these things, small or big, everything is God alone. All that is God alone. That is the important idea there. That pervades everything. So thus, when that principle is realized, continue with the same example of animal crackers, that the grown-up person also sees the difference in shapes. And if a baby asks, give me an elephant, I want an elephant, we'll pick up the elephant and give. Very good. But would not think that that elephant is different from a mouse. So, as shapes they are different, but content-wise they are same. Exactly. Thank you. So, any question upstairs? No. So let us conclude with the closing remarks. And then today, as you know, there is a wonderful concert presented by Suhail Yusuf Khan, a great sarangi player, young and yet so talented. And accompanying him on tabla will be Nitin Mehta, a very well-known tabla player here. So that will start as soon as our arati is over. So let me tell you, in the coming week, the programs will continue more or less same, that there will be next Sunday, the topic of discussion would be love versus attachment. This question was asked to me some time back by one devotee, that after I was talking about bhakti yoga, that attachment is against love. Love and attachment are poles apart, although they appear similar. So this lecture is about that. Love, not love and attachment, but love versus attachment. Means one contradicts other. So it is, and Tuesday, Friday classes at 7:30 p.m. Will go on as usual. Early morning and evening meditations, they will also go on as usual. There is the flyer kept there. You can take it and know all the programs of the month. Let me conclude with the closing prayer. What, Vishwanath, anything remaining? Oh, yes. Oh, see. Thank you very much. I was forgetting that. Actually, on coming Tuesday, it will not be the class on Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, but a celebrated monk, Swami Anubhavananda, very senior monk and a wonderful orator and teacher. He will be giving two special talks on Tuesday and Wednesday from 7 p.m. And the topic of his talk is on both days self-discovery. So self-discovery, say you can give it number 1 and number 2, that's it. So let us conclude with the closing prayer. Thank you, Vishwanath. May the Divine, who is Father in heaven of the Christians, Holy One of the Jewish faith, Allah of the Muslims, Buddha of the Buddhists, Tao of the Taoists, Great Spirit of the Native Americans, Ahur Mazda of the Zoroastrians, and Brahman of the Hindus, lead us from the unreal to the real, from darkness to light, from death to immortality. May the all-loving being manifest himself unto us and grant us abiding understanding and all-consuming divine love. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. The evening vespers will be here in the shrine room. You can come there or you can attend it from here. If you are coming there, please remember you have to remove your footwear. Keep the footwear right under your seat here and don't keep it crowding here. So we'll start it in a minute.
Shri Guru Maharaj Ji ki spacious and blessed, gracious Lord, sublime, all noble ends you give to us, granting us refuge, all sing glory. O Mother Divine, our love to creation, preservation, dissolution, are your powers eternal. Nature's real basis, nature's essence. Become sinking refuge be our Savior through your deep concern. All our suffering remove, God. Mother Divine, victory, our love to Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to you. Blessed Mother Divine, our love to Jai Shri Ram Krishna Dev ki Jai. Jai Shri Sarada Devi ki Jai. Jai Shri Swami Vivekananda ki Jai. Jai Shri Buddha Dev ki Jai. Jai Shri Jesus Christ ki Jai.